Hey Bulls Nation! Welcome back to the channel, where we break down everything Chicago Bulls from game highlights to the latest trades and rumors. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on any exciting updates. Now, let's talk about something that has gotten every Bulls fan talking, the new signing of Javon Robinson and what it means for the future of this team. For years, the Chicago Bulls have had the scoring power of stars like Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic, but one thing the team has often lacked is that consistent, game-changing defender. Enter Javon Robinson, the player who could transform the Bulls' defense from mediocre to elite. It's no secret that defense has been one of the team's weaker spots in recent seasons. Despite flashes of brilliance from players like Alex Caruso and Patrick Williams, the Bulls have often found themselves struggling to contain high-scoring teams in the league, especially when it matters most. And that's exactly where Robinson comes in. Robinson is a defensive dynamo. He has the ability to guard multiple positions, disrupt passing lanes, and provide rim protection, all while maintaining an aggressive and tenacious attitude. If you look at his career highlights, one thing becomes clear: this guy is known for his high basketball IQ and his ability to make things happen on the defensive side of the floor. He's a player who doesn't just play defense for the sake of it. He creates opportunities, forcing turnovers and making the game harder for opponents. He's shown the ability to lock down opposing stars in one-on-one matchups and is constantly looking to provide help defense when necessary. His versatility is perhaps his biggest asset, as he's not just a lockdown defender on the perimeter, he's also capable of switching onto bigger players, providing much-needed help in the paint. So why is Robinson such a key signing for the Bulls? Simply put, because the team needs a true defensive anchor, and Robinson fits that bill perfectly. Over the past few seasons, the Bulls have ranked in the middle of the pack when it comes to defensive efficiency, and while they've had some solid individual defenders, they've lacked a consistent presence who can really turn games in their favor on that end of the floor. If you've watched the Bulls struggle against defensive powerhouses like the Bucks, Celtics, or even the Sixers, you've seen just how vulnerable they've been when it comes to stopping elite players. With Robinson's arrival, that changes. His ability to disrupt opposing offenses can help Chicago compete with the best teams in the East. Defensive depth is one of the most important aspects of any championship contending team, and Robinson is exactly the type of player who can elevate the entire team's defensive mindset. Think about it. When you have a player who can go toe-to-toe with high-scoring wings like Jason Tatum or even defend the likes of Giannis Antetokounmpo when the game is on the line, it completely changes how your team can operate. It's not just about stopping individual players, it's about having someone who can step up when the defense needs a stop, or when the team is forced to rely on a defensive scheme that can handle multiple threats at once. But it's not just Robinson's physical abilities that make him such a game-changer for the Bulls, it's also his mentality. He brings a competitive, gritty attitude that could help shift the culture of the Bulls' defense. Over the years, the team has shown that they have the potential to compete with the best, but there have been moments where they've fallen short, particularly in critical stretches of games where defense could have won them the match. Robinson has shown, throughout his career, that he thrives in those high-pressure moments. He's not afraid to get in a player's face and make a game-changing play, whether it's a steal or a big block. That kind of mentality is contagious, and it's the kind of leadership the Bulls need in the locker room. Now, when we talk about how Robinson fits into this current Bulls team, it's important to note that this is not a signing made in a vacuum. Robinson immediately becomes one of the key defensive players on the roster, but more importantly, he can be the player who unlocks the potential of others on the team. Look at someone like Alex Caruso, who already has elite defensive skills. With Robinson on the floor, Caruso can focus more on being disruptive on the ball, while Robinson can help in situations where the Bulls face bigger offensive threats. And then there's Patrick Williams, a young player who's shown flashes of his potential as a defender but still needs guidance. Robinson could help him develop into the kind of player Chicago has long hoped he'd become: a versatile defender who can guard anyone, anywhere on the floor. With this kind of defensive depth, the Bulls are setting themselves up to be one of the toughest teams in the league to score against. When we look at the bigger picture, adding Robinson isn't just about filling a hole on defense. It's about elevating the entire roster, especially as Chicago looks to compete for a playoff spot and beyond. The Eastern Conference is as loaded as ever, with teams like the Milwaukee Bucks, Boston Celtics, and Philadelphia 76ers all looking like strong contenders. The Bulls have the offensive firepower to compete, but in a playoff series, it often comes down to who can lock down and make stops when needed. Robinson's presence means Chicago will now have someone who can not only stop the ball, but also frustrate opposing offenses, potentially turning the tide of key playoff games. And that's what makes this signing so exciting. It's not just a move for this season, it's a long-term piece for Chicago's defensive future. If Robinson can continue to grow and stay healthy, he could be the centerpiece of Chicago's defensive identity for years to come. His signing signals a shift in how the Bulls will approach games. The offense will still be key, but now there's a sense of balance, a team that knows it can lock down defensively when it counts, allowing them to compete with anyone, no matter how high-scoring or dominant their opponents may be. The combination of Robinson's skill set and leadership could also have a significant impact off the court. His approach to defense, his work ethic, and his high standards could inspire the younger players on the team to elevate their own play. And that's exactly what the Bulls need, a player who can demand the best from his teammates while setting the example in every practice and every game. There's a reason why championship-caliber teams always have that defensive anchor, because they elevate the collective and they inspire everyone around them to step up their game. So, what does this mean for the Bulls' immediate future? Simply put, it makes them a much more dangerous team. The Bulls already have a star-studded lineup, but they've been missing that key defensive piece. Now, with Robinson on board, they not only improve their defense in the regular season, but they also put themselves in a better position for a deep playoff run. With the potential to go toe-to-toe with the best teams in the East, this move could very well be the one that propels them back into contention for a championship. It's clear that the addition of Javon Robinson is a massive win for the Chicago Bulls. His ability to guard multiple positions, create defensive opportunities, and provide leadership will not only elevate the team's defensive prowess, but will also help transform the overall culture of the team. Chicago's future just got a whole lot brighter, and with Robinson leading the charge on the defensive end, we could be seeing a new era of Bulls basketball, one built on defense, resilience, and the will to compete at the highest level. What do you think about the Robinson signing? How do you see him fitting in with the Bulls moving forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're as excited as we are, make sure to hit that like button and share this video with all your fellow Bulls fans. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis and updates on everything Chicago Bulls. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.